Senator.
Okay, we're going to move along. Ms. Evelyn will work her way up here.
Yes, sir.
Tiara Ross, can we get a personal comment?
No, listen, I mean, I like Tiara personally. I think she's a great young woman.
Yeah.
She's very smart. She's very personable. I mean, I think she's made some mistakes that everybody knows about, thanks to you and others. And, you know, listen, I'm not going to predict what the Franklin County Democratic Party committee is going to do because I'm not going to be there again.
You're a top soldier. I mean, when responsibility comes down, you're a top soldier in the field for FCDP.
Yes, but again, I'm not going to be there.
Yeah. We'll get to that in a bit.
Well, I actually want to go to Italy on vacation, have a vacation for the first time in 3 years. I don't think that's too much of an ask.
Well, I mean, it sounds like you're going to be there for a while.
I'm going to be there the entire break.
Are they on break?
We're going to be on a 15-day break, and I'm going to be in Italy for 15 days.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not missing.
Okay.
I'm
You're not missing. Okay.
I'm not missing any committees. I'm not missing any sessions.
Okay.
Our last day of session is Wednesday, April 9th. I leave on the 10th for Italy. Our next day of committees and stuff is Monday the 28th. I come back on the 27th.
Lake Cuomo.
I'm going to Lake Como.
Everybody loves Lake Como.
I'm going Lake Marjorie, Lake Como, Lake Garda,
Okay.
all that stuff.
Okay.
But again, I'm not missing any responsibility for my job. No committees.
That's good to know.
No sessions. I won't do that.
Okay.
I'm not missing any of that stuff at all.
That's a
The
game
Senate's
changer
on break,
then.
and I am going on.
Enjoy your time. You've earned it. So Tiara, do you think, the cheating scandal, she lied to the party about that, said it was impossible because there were rumors circulating. She said it was impossible. She never applied for the Law Journal. We had emails that said otherwise. My husband was on that committee. We got the emails.
I have told people that.
Do you think it's the best we can do? She's 37, lived with her grandparents, moved into the district a day before the deadline.
2 days.
Well, the movers were on the day before, but 2 days. I'll grant you 2 days. Is this can we defend this on the party? How is the party going to defend this?
And
you're a top soldier, so don't act like you're just somewhere in the middle.
But I think the Democratic Party, I think the members of the party will carefully consider everything. And listen, I've told folks that have asked me that if I was there, I would vote for no endorsement. I would vote to let people go in the primary and let it come out of that. And then if you're going to revisit after the primary, then potentially revisit it. But we shouldn't get involved in the primary. I mean, there's only 3 people and 2 of them are going to win. And my guess is that your candidate and Tiara are going to be the 2 people who come out of that.
I don't have a candidate.
Well, the candidate you've been helping. Helping, well, whatever.
Well, no, I'm an equal opportunist. If Jesse Vogel, I assume that's who you're insinuating,
Yes.
If he was driving around on a suspended license, if I looked into when he registered to vote, where his car registration were, I'd run that just the same.
No, I know you would.
If you guys have dirt, come to me, I'll run that just the
I know
same.
you would.
So publishing on Tiara, that's not the same
Okay.
as helping another
So I
candidate.
apologize. I think Jesse Vogel and Tiara are going to make it through the primary, and then we'll see where things at. I mean, Jesse's raised a lot of money. I mean, people have asked my stuff. I think they ought to just let the voters decide. It's an open seat.
It feels like they don't want they don't want an outside the box person from outside the party getting on there because then they'll have to vote on legislation, and they got a pretty sweet racket going up there.
Well, I don't. The city of Columbus is so progressive and so forward thinking.
Well, progressive and forward thinking. What does progressive mean? Let's start there.
I mean, what progressive means. Progressive. I mean, we are
Progressive means
ranked one of the
progressive?
top 10 cities in the United States for LGBTQ+, for African Americans, for women, for all these categories that make us progressive. I don't know whether definition you have for it. But
Well, I mean, we don't have a mass transit system. There's still wealth inequality. We're racially segregated by highway lines. We put our highways
that stuff was
directly
there
through.
long before the prior city council got it. You gotta know.
Yeah, but they're not really, doing it. They're not really.
We have a
housing
black
behind on
man
housing.
council.
Yeah, but that's just. I mean, that doesn't do it. Just because he's gay, that has nothing to do with
How many
it.
other top cities in the top 12 cities in the United States have a gay black man?
Well, but I mean, he was appointed, right? Like
Well,
he got
won-
on
he
there,
won
he
4
appointed,
elections.
but he was originally appointed. And the ward system, I would also say, the fake ward system dilutes the black vote on the east side. This is a perfect
by the whole community now.
right. So exactly. So you've got somebody, that can lose. You can technically lose in the ward that you're supposed to represent, but win on the city. You can win on the city in the full, and the other district can still get there.
The whole electorate's voting.
And to campaign, you had to represent a ward. You have to campaign in the whole city. That requires money. And outside box candidates, they can.
$100,000.
He is.
So
That's
he's not
impressive.
hurting
And
for money.
I'm gonna get. But it takes an extraordinary candidate. You've got somebody like Kate D'Souza. I didn't really know much about her until she ran. But you talk to her, and everybody's like this. You talk to East Siders, And it's like this woman's been kicking ass with no money, with no political backing on the East Side. She's been delivering results. That's somebody that wouldn't need a lot of money to win in a true ward system. I'm not saying the true ward system's perfect,
Well,
but
look at Cleveland.
I think
the true ward
progressive.
system in Cleveland has produced turnout in the barely in the teens.
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
Well, so,
That's
I
a
mean,
whole.
I'm not-
That's a
I've
Cleveland.
never been a proponent of a ward system.
I mean, it's not like Columbus turnout in regular in elections is
I agree.
is setting the world on
I agree,
fire.
but I mean, I'm not a big proponent of the ward system. I don't think Cleveland system works for the people of.
Well, I mean, if we're going by turnout, it doesn't seem like it's really working for Columbus. I mean, our turnout isn't any much better than.
Yeah, but we have wards in name only, though.
Yeah, and I so to your point, like I don't think it's really lighting the fire on the people, and I really think, and I'll leave you with this thought. You know, people have been asking me, you know, you really like. I'd had some Republicans. They think, oh, you know, it's funny that the first candidate you might take down is a Democrat, and it's like, well, it's like you guys, like the party's going to rally around her, you know, but it's a win-win for me, from my perspective, because either you don't endorse her and she like the voters go away and I can claim that victory, or you guys do endorse her. You wait till the storm dies down, you endorse her. You know, there's going to be two going through. There's two candidates with money. Then you can say, you know, the voters have spoken, quote unquote, and you guys endorse her anyway, and you guys are going to further disillusion well-intentioned Democratic voters. And bring them into my
Can you
camp.
foretell the future? Because if I could foretell the future, I wouldn't be making $65,000 a legislator. I'd be making millions of dollars.
I think. I mean, give me a couple years. I'll be you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. I got to hire an editor first. But I just think the way it's going, like her fundraising numbers were lackadaisical even before the scandal broke. I mean, she's getting her ass kicked by some, you know, Jesse Vogel in that regard. The volunteer, I mean, you know, you guys should be able to drop a hat and have 1,000 volunteers.
You guys.
Well, you're
I'm not a member of city council. I'm
talking to Franklin Denton. When I say you guys, I'm talking the Franklin County Democratic Party apparatus.
Okay. Well, I mean, everybody's a part of the Democratic Party. I mean, again, I'm not.
But you're not. Come on, brother. Come on. You're not just anybody. And like, we're both Democrats here. We're both Democratic voters. Like, that's true. But you know, I got Michael Sexton's number last night, but it's not like he's not taking my advice. You know, like, you're like a campaign soldier. You're a veteran. You've been in this game. You might be the likely heir to Sexton, because I mean, he's not a paragon of health these days. You're not just somebody. So like that, you know, that's why I treat you different than I do the other Democratic soldiers.
I'm not going to be there on April 14th, and I'm not going to put my fingers on things, so I'm not going to be there. I mean, I'm one of those people that if I'm not going to be there, I'm not going to put my finger on anything, because I'm not there to cast a vote. I don't think it's right for me, so I'm not going to be there to do that. So, and listen.
But you got influence.
I don't know. Maybe I don't. But again, I'm not going to do anything because I'm not going to be there to vote.
Okay.
And I don't think if I can't be there, I'm not going to tell other people how to vote. If I can't be there to vote myself, that's just the way I am on anything.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, I want to get you better quote. You were looking like a criminal defense attorney the other day. I wanted to, you know, I've never known you to be running from the tough questions. You stand and talk, and I will give you credit. I wasn't up here yesterday. I had some family drama going on. But I did hear from numerous students. They really appreciated how you came out, you know, and rallied the troops kind of in front of the State House. I saw you got your picture. That was a hell of a picture. That should be up on your mantle.
Was Senate Bill 1 is bullshit? Yes.
Yeah.
That was my quote.
Yeah. You know, that's a good
The
picture.
old issue 1 a couple years ago was bullshit, and Senate Bill 1 is bullshit. Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of going to patent that line, you know, Bill DeMora, the bullshit guy.
Well, then you'll be, you know, we get you and Tim Misney on a ticket. The no bullshit, you know what I do, guy.
Put Simon down. I mean, listen, I talked.
We get busy. You said Acton has no chance. You said Acton has no
She
chance.
has no chance. But you
So-
the first one to know this. I talked to Tim Misney about running statewide.
Okay.
I've talked to him.
Okay.
He's really not interested.
He's not
He likes his
interested
current life.
right now, but maybe
He
in
likes
the
his
future.
life. Tim Misney likes his current life.
Okay.
I had a conversation with him because Simon just.
Well, slip me his phone number. I'll lobby him.
I'm not
I'll
gonna-
lobby him.
Listen, Tim, I've known Tim Misney. He's known me since I was 13 or 14 years old.
Yeah.
I'm not giving out a cell phone number. I don't do that.
Yeah.
I don't give out cell phone.
Okay. So well, tell him. I can convince him.
I did tell Tim Misney that people wanted him to run statewide office.
Who would you run? Last question. I'll let you go. I appreciate the candor. Appreciate your time. If you could pick anyone to
Sherrod
run,
Brown for governor.
Sherrod Brown. You think he would want it?
Sherrod Brown or Tim Ryan are my candidates for governor.
Okay. Because Sherrod,
Here's my prediction of the future. One of the two of them is going to be our candidate for governor.
I think Tim Ryan, because Sherrod, I think I've heard Sherrod is chief of staff is running around Capitol Hill saying like he's probably going to run for Senate. Sherrod, like here's the running for Democrat. Sherrod, why would it 4 years? The state legislature, they're going to neuter that power. They're going to neuter the power as soon as it passes. You've got the state legislature. Gerrymander's not going anywhere. You've got the hobgoblin Supreme Court. It's not a really attractive job for Sherrod,
Neither is Senate, because Senate is number 8 on the ballot next year. And
Yeah.
if you run for Senate next year, you got to run again in 2 years.
Yeah. So I think Tim Ryan. I think Tim Ryan's the likely
I think
candidate.
it's Sherrod Brown or Tim Ryan. One of the two
Okay.
is going to be our candidate.
He's in Bexley now, so you guys
Closer to his grandkids who all live in Harrison West.
appreciate you, brother.